Willa Cather once wrote, "There are only 2 or 3 human stories, and they go on repeating themselves as fiercely as if they had never happened before." There are common threads and stories that connect all people around the world. This is evidenced in literature that spans continents, centuries, and cultures. One of these common threads is the basic elemental story of the hero. The hero has pervaded all societies. Odysseus, Gilgamesh, and Rama are examples of ancient heroes. You are familiar with this hero even if you are not conscious of this fact. Frodo Baggins, Luke Skywalker, and Harry Potter are all examples of the hero that pervade American culture today. The hero is a unifying aspect of literature around the world. Exploring heroes from different cultures and time periods is an important way for us to learn more about other times and cultures. In this unit, we will explore how the universality of the hero allows us to explore how the hero has evolved and changed, what the hero looks like in different parts of the world, and what the hero looks like in today's culture. In this unit, we will also look at the hero's journey. The hero's journey refers not only to the physical journey that a hero takes, to Mount Doom for instance, but also to the emotional journey and character development a character undergoes during their journey. This journey, which is repeated throughout literature, can help us to make sense of our own world and understand our own lives. We will also compare and contrast the hero's journey with the heroine's journey. We will examine the roles of women in the stories of ancient cultures and compare them to the roles of women in modern literature and examine stories with female protagonists. All of these things that we are studying will help us meet and adhere to state and federal standards. We will start by reading excerpts from Christopher Vogler's book, The Writer's Journey. This book shows how ancient archetypes and myth are still relevant and influencing books and movies today. Vogler writes that heroes have qualities that we can all identify with and recognize in ourselves. They are propelled by universal drives that we can all understand. The desire to be loved and understood, to succeed, survive, be free, get revenge, right wrongs, or seek self-expression. Heroes are also relatable because they have flaws and struggles that they must work to overcome during the course of their journey. Heroes also learn and grow throughout their journey, which Christopher Vogler breaks down into several basic steps. In the first step, the hero is introduced in his ordinary world where he receives the call to adventure.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
He is reluctant at first to cross the first threshold, but he eventually encounters tests, allies, and enemies.
I will take the ring to Mordor. I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins, as long as it is yours to bear.
If by my life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my sword. And you have my bow.
And my axe.
At the climax of the story, he reaches the innermost cave where he endures the supreme ordeal.
It was an accident. If it weren't for you, Mufasa would still be alive. It's your fault he's dead. Do you deny it? No. Then you're guilty.
No, I'm not a murderer.
Oh, Simba, you're in trouble again. But this time, Daddy isn't here to save you. And now everyone knows why.
Simba!
Now, this looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Let me think. Oh, yes, I remember. This is just the way your father looked before he died. And here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa.
After facing the ordeal, he is resurrected and transformed by his experience.
I have to go back, haven't I?
Oh, that's up to you.
I have a choice.
Oh, yes. We're in King's Cross, you say? I think if you so desired, you'll be able to board a train.
And where would it take me?
On.
Voldemort has the Elder Wand.
True.
And the snake's still alive.
Yes.
And I've nothing to kill it with.
Help will always be given at Hogwarts, Harry, to those who ask for it.
After this transformation, he returns to his ordinary world with a treasure, boon, or elixir to benefit this world.
My friends. You bow to no one.
You may have noticed from the previous movie clips that men dominate the hero's journey. This is actually controversial and is something that we will study and discuss as a class, because heroes, especially in ancient cultures, are predominantly male. We will start this unit with a research activity. You will all break up into groups and research famous heroes from ancient literature, such as Odysseus, Beowulf, Gilgamesh, and Rama. We will then discuss the similarities and differences between these figures and discuss whether or not the ancient world's idea of a hero still fits our own idea. After learning about ancient heroes and getting a foundation in the archetype of the hero and the hero's journey, we will discuss the hero's journey as found in a classic Shakespearean hero, Henry V. We will read select scenes from Henry IV Parts 1 and 2, and then Henry V in its entirety, in order to trace wild Prince Hal's transformation into valiant Henry, King of England, through his journeys. Our main text for the unit is award-winning author Melina Marchetta's fantasy novel, Finnegan of the Rock. This novel takes place in a fictional world, but it deals with themes that are still relevant to our world and to people today. The novel has both strong male and female protagonists who are realistic in their flaws, but also are heroic because of their strength, intelligence, passion, and sacrifice. This book also is a great example of the hero's journey. As I said earlier, this unit will help us to accomplish several state standards. This unit will help us to determine the significance of characters' defining traits, motivations, and developments throughout the text, as well as the conflicts that motivate characters and those that serve to advance the plot. It will also help us determine and explain the experiences, emotions, issues, and ideas in a text that give rise to universal literary themes. So, let's get started.